Hello, hello. Welcome everyone to another guest edition of Jazz Chronicles, where conversations meet real people and real stories come to life. We're live from Facebook and YouTube, coming at you with another exciting episode that you definitely don't want to miss. How are you ladies doing? Janice, Miss Diva, Sharon, how are you doing tonight?
You're doing great, and you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I do have some sad news to report. Today, we did have a death of D'Angelo, also known as Michael Eugene Archer, Grammy Award-winning singer and R&B icon. He died at age 51 after a battle from cancer. That is, as being reported by various media outlets, Variety, CBS News, Today, and People. We pause to mourn the loss of one of modern soul's great voices, D'Angelo Michael Eugene Archer, who passed away at 51 after a courageous private battle with cancer. From brown sugar to voodoo and black messiah, his artistry transformed R&B and neo soul, leaving behind a legacy of beauty, emotion, and musical innovation. Our hearts go out to his family, friends, and fans around the world. May he rest in peace, and may his music continue to inspire us all. Moving along, we do have a community spotlight. The community spotlight that we're highlighting, I'm going to put it up on the camera there. And that is, let me make it a little bit larger. Let's see.
It's good, Anthony.
Can
We
you
can,
guys see that?
yes, we can see
Okay.
it.
Sharon, if you do the honors to announce that for me, if you don't mind.
Sure. Let's see here. Hello, everyone. Join us as we celebrate CEF's second annual Family Fun Fest. It's actually a free event and is open to the community. We're having it Saturday, October the 18th from 1 to 4 p.m. That's 301 South Hillsborough Street, El Dorado, Arkansas, across from the Splash Pod. Is that what that
Splash
says?
pad.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Supposed to be family fun, on-site vendors, free food, free resources, also vendors giveaway, door prizes. It's presented by Child Evangelism Fellowship. And for more information, you may contact Joe at 870-315-0014.
Thank you for that, Sharon.
You're welcome, darling.
Thank you so much. Let me take that down, move that, and we're moving forward. And again, this event is a free event. We want you to show up, support your local event, and create memories that last a lifetime. Now, tonight we got a very special guest joining us, a well known native of El Dorado, Arkansas, bringing insight, experience, and that Southern perspective we love to hear. We're diving deep into some great conversations. And before we get started, we got show dates, news to share. We're officially going live every first and third Tuesday at 7 p.m. That's right, mark your calendars, set your reminders, and don't miss an episode. Again, that's every first and third Tuesday of the month at 7 p.m. Our next live show will air Tuesday, November 21st at 2025 at 7 p.m. And then following that show will be November the 4th, 2025. And trust me, you'll want to be right here with us. Now, I want to remind our viewers that the views and opinions expressed on this live broadcast are for discussion and educational purposes only. They do not necessarily reflect the official views of our host, sponsors, or affiliates. For more detailed disclaimers, note they can be found and viewed in our show introduction. So grab your drink, settle in, and let's get this conversation started. You're tuned in to Jazz Chronicles, where the culture speaks. Now I'm going to turn it over to Diva to provide an introduction like none other. So I pass the mic to you.
Okay. First of all, hello, you guys. Just want to say it is an honor to introduce Kenzo Spivey Green. Been knowing Kenzo for at least 15, 20 years. 20 years. And if everybody knows she's my goddaughter. And so I thought she would be a good guest to come on because she got so much to offer. She is very, but she does a lot of volunteering. She's humble. She's just an all-rounded person. So I thought we needed just, and she's young and beautiful at the same time and smart. Okay. So I just thought that I would like her to be on there. And if anybody else have anyone that they think they would like to come on our podcast and have them come on, please do get in touch with Anthony. But with that said, Miss Kenzo Spiry Green,
Thank you so much.
you kind of shy in some way.
Welcome to the show, Kenzel.
Well, it is a pleasure to be with you all. I am a fan, and so I'm just honored to have a spot on the show.
What we are honored to have you here. Honored to have you here. So let's get. We're going to get into it. So today's conversation, we will be asking you a series of questions to help our audience get to know you or know your story a bit better. And for those watching live, feel free to drop your questions in the comments. We'll be pulling a few from the viewers as we go, if that is okay with Kenzel.
Okay, that's just fine with me.
Okay.
Anthony,
So
can I
starting,
just can I
yes,
ask
ma'am.
something right quick? I'd like to say
You
for the ones that's on
you
live,
can't interject. Yes,
I can thank you because I want to make sure I obey.
yes. Please obey. Behave tonight, please.
I just want to actually, Kenzel, why don't you be our guest tonight and say hello to our live people and then tell them to go to Jazz Chronicle. They right there, girl. Go right there.
Okay, well, hello everyone. Please go to J.A.Z.S Chronicles. I'm new. I don't know if it's gonna be worth your time. I'm glad to be here. Y'all go over there so we get these views up. Head right on over there to J.A.Z.S Chronicles. We waiting on you over there.
And if you can't, just stay live.
Yes, it's
And you also can go to Jazz Chronicles on YouTube.
I said because I saw Veronica and Jaron on there, and I was like, "Hey, y'all."
Okay. So we're gonna get it started. So the first question, Kenzel, I have for you is, who is Kenzel Spivey?
Okay, I love that question. So I am a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a friend. I'm an advocate. I'm a native of El Dorado. I'm a proud native of El Dorado, Arkansas, born and raised right here in South Arkansas. I pride myself on helping others. That's the core of who I am. And I like to think that I'm a very humble person. I think Diva, she likes to kind of, pump me up, but I don't know if it's worthy of all of that. But and at the end of the day, I am human. And I think that's very important to point out, because I think a lot of times people will subjectify things, like they have expectations of who you are or who they think you are, and they forget that you're human. So I'm human. So that's me.
Okay.
I just want to say this too. I want to tell them how we met.
Okay.
When she said the humble part, that made me think. I was on Facebook, and her brother told her to send some money. She sent some money to her brother, and he knew someone in the city needed some medicine, and told her to give them the medicine, right? And I just thought that was so nice and sweet. And so I went on Facebook and I said, "Oh, I'd love to meet you. Meet me at the Salvation Army." So when she met me at the Salvation Army, I said, "I thought that was so sweet and humble that your brother did that." I said, "But you know what? Now I'm gonna give you something to give him." And so that's how we first met. And then I started seeing her around town. Then we was on a lot of meetings and stuff. I was like, "Oh my God, I don't have a daughter. I want a daughter just like that." So that's how we met. And when I say she's the best, she's the best. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Thank you.
And I want to just add something real quick. Zeke is not with us tonight. I think Zeke is a little bit maybe under the weather. He was going to try to join us, but I'm not for sure. He may pop in, but I just want everybody to know that Zeke is a little under the weather today. So we want to send him well wishes.
Yes.
Okay. Now moving along. The next question, Kendall, is what are some of your greatest achievements that you are proud of?
Okay, so I have a lot of achievements. I think that people view things as they would say, like, oh, like you should be so proud of that. And I don't know that I would just name those as my greatest achievements. If someone else was speaking to that, they probably would say, well, you were the first African American woman to ever be elected to El Dorado City Council. And I think that's great. Love that. Like I've been able to elevate in several different careers. Like I have multiple jobs, but above all of those things, what I'm most proud of is driven my drive to help others. Like I'm an advocate in every aspect of my life. It doesn't matter what I'm doing in my primary employment. Like I advocate for people. Like I work to make sure that we all have voices and that we're inclusive. Like in my previous employment, I worked for other individuals with disabilities so they can be empowered to be successful. I teach at a community college and I advocate for students so that they have a voice and they can be successful. So I think that's what I'm most proud of, that I can live in my purpose. And I really feel like my purpose is to help other people. So I've been able to do that in all aspects of my life. So I'm really proud of that. And I think most people will say that, oh, Kim's, oh, like she's very resourceful, she's helpful. I'm proud of that. So that's what I want to be remembered for. Like I'm proud that I'm able to like leave that legacy, that to be kind, to be helpful, to advocate for other people. And if I can just touch one person, if I made one person's day better, then I'm good with that. So I would say that's what I'm most proud of.
That's commendable. That's really commendable.
And
Okay.
and also, we had a program mentoring, but she did a lot of mentoring young folks too. And she
Okay.
has good success on that. So she's anybody need anybody need a mentor? You cancel. She would motivate you and everything. It don't matter, young, old, or whatever. Like
Right.
she said, she's human. She's just like everybody else, and she's there to mentor you if you need
Right.
it, some help.
Right. Now, Sharon, do you have anything you want to add to that?
I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying hearing about Miss Green. Thank you very much.
So that'll be no. Um, so let's see. So Kenzo, who's someone who inspires you and why?
I think that first of all, there are a lot of people that inspire me, but I would say the person I'm most inspired by is
Mhm.
my mother. And
Wow.
I say that because my mom, if you know my mom, she is her true, authentic self. She is an introvert. She, like she stands on business. She mean what she
Right.
say. She gonna say what she mean. But she is fair. She's always gonna advocate and help other people. She's gonna be truthful. It doesn't matter if it's gonna hurt your feelings, but she gonna be truthful. And she's just an overall good person. Like you rarely see her. Like I'm with my aunt a lot, but she is my constant supporter. She's my cheerleader, and I'm just most inspired by her because she really is like her authentic self. And I think like especially in today's society, you don't get that often. Like
Right.
people are afraid to be who they are. Like they're afraid of being judged. And she's just who she is. And I just love that. And I just love like the strength that she's displayed, like raising two kids on her own. When my dad died, like she had some support from like my aunt and uncle, but
Mhm.
she's superwoman to me.
Right.
So I would say that she's the most inspirational person for
Okay.
me.
And can I say something about your mom? What I love about her, you know how kids will be always like go on trips and do stuff. Most mother would be jealous of that. And she's just like, her whole family just welcomed me in. She's so sweet and no jealousy. She's just like, I'm so glad that Ken's in your life. So, that made me feel real good. So, yeah,
Yeah,
she's very, very nice.
that's good. Now, Kenzo, what do you have to say to the naysayers who say she's so accomplished? She has all these accolades. She's this, she's that. People speak so positive of her, and she remains in such a small town.
Okay. So this a good conversation. I was just having this conversation about small towns. Now, I am a person that I love El Dorado. And people always ask me, why? why do you love El Dorado? Well, and it could be because my mom is here, my family is here,
Mm-hmm.
but I also have the mindset that I can go anywhere I want to go. I can do anything that I want to do, and I can still come home. Like I can save money. Like everything that I need is here, and
Right.
I'm okay with that. Like I'm gonna travel when I want to travel, and then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna be a support for my family. I'm gonna be like right here, and I just love that. El Dorado has instilled a lot in me. Like I went through public school here.
Mhm.
Um, like I have degrees. I feel like I'm very accomplished in that area. And I would just tell people that it doesn't matter where you are. You can live in Washington, D.C., you can live in Los Angeles, but you may be out there and may be struggling. And
Right.
maybe it's that you there and people not seeing you struggle. But I think people should go and live where they are happy, where they
Right.
can thrive and be who they truly want to be. And I'm
True.
not saying that El Dorado is for everybody or small towns are
Right.
for everybody because it's not. But I think that at the end of the day, you should do what makes you happy.
That's so true. That's so true. People do have a lot of opinions about that. They tend to think people when you're accomplished and have these degrees and that you should be here, you should be in a bigger place. And I just say a lot of them say that because they don't have it. They don't have it, but you have a bigger reason for being where you are. And if you're happy where you are, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
That's all that matters. Sharon, you have anything you would like to add?
I agree with her on that part because I totally travel all the time, and
Yeah.
I understand that we we just talked about that, and she made me even inspired a little bit. Well, I don't know. I'm never inspired by being here in El Dorado, but I can find some reasons to be inspired, and I thought that was very nice. Right before we got on the show, we discussed that,
Yeah.
so I agree with her on that.
Okay. So, Kendall, how do you think our listeners can apply the insights from this conversation to their own lives?
Um, I would just say at the end of the day, living your truth. Don't be afraid to be who you are and live unapologetically. I think there has been times where I worried about what people thought about me,
Yeah.
or I feel like I knew people had certain expectations of me. And if I were to fail, or if I made a decision that was not necessarily reflective of what other people's expectation was, then that really bothered me.
Right.
But the older that I get, I find that that doesn't matter because
Yeah.
people gonna have an opinion. They're gonna say what they want to say about you, regardless. At the
True.
end of the day, just make sure that the decisions that you make, like you can live with it and you can go to sleep at night and you can be happy with whatever decision it is that you make. If, as long as it's not hurting other people,
Absolutely.
Right.
then just be okay with it.
True.
And so when you get into that mindset of it doesn't matter what other people think about me because they're gonna have an opinion one way or the other,
Right.
I'm just gonna make sure that I do what's right and that I can go to sleep with myself at night, then it really doesn't matter if they have a negative thought because at the end of the day, like I said, you're human, you're gonna make mistakes. Now I do wholeheartedly believe that it's very important for you to learn from those mistakes.
Yes.
And then not just from your mistakes, but other people's mistakes. Because I think we tend to, oh, well, they did that and it can't happen to me, but it can. And
Right.
so learn from other people's mistakes as well and just take heed.
True. Now, what do you think about what? Let me pull this back up.
All right, Veronica sending hearts and love. Can y'all read that up there? I
Mhm.
love to always notice and respond to our viewers and tell them hello, everybody, and we thank you for tuning in to us and hope you're enjoying the show. Obviously, Veronica is because she's placing the hearts there.
Well, thank you, Veronica. Now, Kendall, what do you think about the phrase that Maya Angelou coined when she said, "What other people think about you shouldn't matter"?
Well, you know what? Older I get in life, I think she was on to something. And I think, look, we got to take heed to that.
Yeah.
Now, and I have all these debates with, I call her my best friend, which
Mhm.
is my 85-year-old aunt who thinks she knows everything, who has rubbed off on me because I think I know everything too. And I tell her all the time, like, it doesn't matter as long as, if I'm not asking you for something, if I'm not hurting you, if I'm not hurting anybody else, it really doesn't matter. And I tell her, look, we have to get to the point where we can just say, oh, okay. I love that saying. I play softball, and this where I play softball. I'm too old now. My knees not what they used to be. But that was on the back of one of my jerseys, and it was just like, oh, okay. And
That's
I
it.
just love that. I can stop a whole lot of unnecessary conversation or background noise by just saying, "Oh, okay,
That's
that's,
it.
oh, okay, that's fine."
That's true. That's
Just
so true.
be yourself.
Yeah,
Cares. And
Exactly.
the older you get, you really don't care. Wait till you get
Right.
50.
Right. Because I mean, actually, who are you really pleasing? I
Right.
mean, who are you really pleasing? I mean, you can't please everybody,
No.
you know, and you shouldn't try,
yeah.
you know. So that is my thing. I'm not going to try to please everybody because I can't. Um, so what is something you're passionate about outside of work and volunteering? What is something you're passionate about?
Okay. So I already said that, like, I'm a helper, I advocate, but something else that I can be seen doing all the time. I read a lot of books. It's books I ain't got no business read. I'm just gonna tell you. Okay? I love like these urban romance
Same.
novels, and it's just all over the place. And I love it. I do. And so
Okay.
that's something that I'm passionate about. Last year, I think I read, it was close to 200 books.
Wow.
Um, and so I'm on track for the 200 mark this year. But that is something that I really am like passionate about.
About reading.
Yes.
You
Oh,
forgot one more.
And what's that, D?
The gym.
I am now. Wait a minute, because I
you
ain't say that because I don't know what I'm looking like on camera. I don't know if
you look amazing.
okay, now the
Absolutely.
arms, they look. I am passionate about the gym. I work out Monday through Friday, but I eat a lot. I've been eating whatever I wanted to eat, so it might not reflect when you see me. But 2026, I'm coming.
That's
Okay.
that's just good genes. Good genes.
But I do enjoy working out, and I do enjoy eating like good food. I am like, I have a sweet tooth, so I do like, I eat. I love sweets. I'm that person that will go to Walmart and give me a birthday cake, and it's not my birthday, and eat the cake and
Okay.
eat the whole cake and apologize for it later.
Oh,
But thank you for the reminder.
no,
Yeah.
not apologize. Now let me say this. So where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years, or do you even think about that?
Where I think about it, where I see myself at in 5 to 10 years. Um, I want to be just in my true authentic self. I want to be happy. Like, I don't have goals of like, oh, I'm gonna move this place. I want to, do this. Like, I am pretty happy where I am in life, like as far as like living here. So I do see myself being here. I'm always saying like, we need to recruit people back to El Dorado. We need good people here, and they need to stay. So I just see myself still being a part of this community.
Right.
Still like thriving in my space, with my employer. Like, I just see myself still wanting to live in my purpose of helping other people, and just being just a contributing member of society.
Okay. Now I think you touched on this earlier, but I'm going to ask the question: what would you want others to remember about you?
Um, I want other people to remember me as being helpful.
Mhm.
I want them to say, like, I know, like, she's a very compassionate person. She's very empathetic, that she would do anything to help anybody. And I just want them to know that, like, I'm not a perfect person. Like, I've made mistakes. I'm probably going to make more mistakes. But I'm also going to own up to those mistakes. And I am going to just do the best that I can each and every day.
Right. So when life starts lifing, how
Hmm.
do you process that?
Well, it just depends because, life gonna life. Um, So there are a couple of things that I do to process. One of the things, which is not like a very good trait that I have, like I tend to be a worrier.
Hmm.
And I think things through and I process over and over again, which is not necessarily good to do often. Like that stress can kill you, worrying can kill you. So
Yeah.
we know that that's not always good, but I tend to just face things forward,
Right.
to look at things head on. Like after I go through the worrying process, then I'm like, okay, like this is what it is. And it doesn't matter what it is. I do feel like I'm a very resilient person.
Hmm.
So even when life gets to life, and like I have faith, and I know that I'm gonna stand 10 toes down. And like me and my guy, we gonna make it through. Like the young
Right.
people say, he gonna take me through there. So
Right.
hey.
That's good. Now, Janice or Diva and Sharon, do y'all have anything you would like to add to that? How do you handle life processes?
I agree with her. What she said, but everyone had their own way of processing life, and I just take it day by day, go through it, and then just hope for the best.
Right.
I just day by day. If it's good or
Sharon.
bad, I try to make something good out of it. If it's bad, I try to see something positive.
Right. Sharon.
Um, each day is a challenge for each and every last one of us, especially the ones that have difficult getting up at the bed. I'm actually speaking to the ones that cannot forget their loved ones that are gone. That's something that wakes them up every morning, and they have to start their day. So the morning can always start off rough, but again, as they both said, it just depends on how you can make it to keep it going through the day. The ones that are having a rough day never give up, and that's including myself. So yeah, I agree.
And then something that you said, you hope for the best, but the second part is like you hope for the best, but you prepare for the worst. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And so, like, just making sure that you do the things and you put things in place. And just going back, like I told y'all about my mom, and she is just very real and a matter of fact. And one of the things that really made me look at things in a different light, I can remember, you mentioned my brother, and I have a brother that's incarcerated, and he's been on a federal prison for the past 14 years. So I can remember when he first went to prison, my mom, she went and made her funeral arrangements. Like, it was like she had been talking about it. I'm like, no, like I'm putting it out. Like, I don't want to hear that. And she went to make her funeral arrangements. And I was so upset with her. I was angry of the fact. And what she told me was, she was like, look, we all gonna die one day.
Right.
And I feel like it's very important for me to make sure that you are okay, because at the end of the day, it's only you. Like your brother, I only have one sibling. Your brother is behind bars. He's not going to be here to help you. And so I'm going to do my part in making sure that my child is going to be okay. So she went and made her funeral arrangements. And I was just mad. And she also called my aunt and my uncle, and she told them, look, y'all know how this girl is. She don't think I'm very strong. Like, she think I'm a little wimp. Like, she think, oh, like, you're just so empathetic. And so she went and made the funeral arrangements. She called them. She told them, like, hey, y'all gonna make y'all arrangements, because I don't want that on my daughter. Like, I don't want her to have to carry the burden of having to do all of that. So I was really angry for a while with her, until one day I was in the midst of like having all these monumental moments in my life, like I was about to get married, and doing like 2 days before my wedding, my uncle died. And this has been like the person that was a father figure to me, because my dad died when I was 8. Like he was there for everything. And it was devastating to me. But one thing that I didn't have to do was do all the things for a funeral arrangement, because it was already done. So that's when it was like, you know what? You hope for the best, you prepare for the worst. And at that moment, like, I appreciated my mom doing all of those things, because at the time, which should have been like the happiest moments of my life, it was one of the saddest moments of my life as well. But that saved me from having to go through so much, because she had taken the initiative to make those arrangements, and they
Right.
had done all of this, so I didn't have to do
Right. Okay.
Okay, I get it now. You keep saying that you made your arrangement.
Well, I think that that's very
it. I
important.
have been telling her to do that, and it is because I don't now. Diva, and she another person that's really inspiring to me. Like, I love Diva. Diva is a mess a lot of times.
Yes, she is a mess.
She a hot mess, but I love her. And I have been telling her, like, yeah, go make your arrangements. Cause even if in that time, like, what would I do? Like, I know I can be strong and I can be resilient, but I also feel like it's very important for people to make those plans. Think about your loved ones, make those plans. And then with Diva, you know, if the stuff ain't how she want it, I don't want need her coming back here, giving me
Haunting you.
right. So like I just want to make sure that everything is how it's supposed to
Right.
be done, and that it is exactly how she will want it.
Yeah. Now I do believe, like in the Black community, we have an issue with making those pre needs. Like, we don't do that. I don't know what that is. We're it's gonna happen, but we just don't want to discuss it.
Yeah.
We don't want to make that final move there. But I think it's something to live and can't afford to die.
Oh yeah.
You know, if that makes sense, it's like you're walking around here, but you can't even afford to die because you haven't taken the steps to make sure that everybody after that will be okay. Like, when you leave here and you leave that expense on someone else, that's a burden. That's a burden. Some people don't have the income or the finances around to, absorb that. So what happens with that is that you have these GoFundMe's, you have these banquets being held to raise money, and I think at that point the the deceased lose dignity. At that point, in my opinion, that's just my opinion, they lose dignity because it's something that you had all life to take care of.
Yeah.
Right.
You spend money on other things, you can afford the little money it takes to ensure that you're taken care of when you die.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be nobody else's responsibility, but 9 times out of 10, it does fall on other people.
It does.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
then y'all might have to double check this, but if you go ahead and make your services, you lock in those rates, because
Yes.
things keep going up. And so you want to make sure that you have that done.
Yes.
And like you said, it helps the family in the long run.
Right. And I tell my family all the time that if you don't have that done, the only thing I can offer you is, if you can hear chicken frying, that's what I can offer you. You can, even you don't want to be cremated, that's what's going to happen. I don't believe in going into debt for someone who didn't take out the time to take care of their business prior to. That's my thing. I'm pretty sure people will differ, but I mean, I may break on that too, because I'm saying that now, but it hasn't happened. So now,
Just cremate me and just keep on going. Yeah, I hear it.
right,
Nothing that just cremate me and keep on going. That's
okay, cremate you and keep going. That's
keep
right.
on going.
Now, Kenzel, is morality objective or subjective? And can something be universally right or wrong?
Okay, so I think when you think of like mortality, I think it could be both subjective and objective.
Yes,
Um,
I agree.
like, it's a fact when you think
Yeah.
of objectivity, like, it's fact. Like when somebody's born, they will die. So that's a fact that is going to happen. But it can also be subjective regarding how people processed it,
Right.
and how they experienced it, like how they perceive what it is, how they perceive what happens after the
Right.
fact. So it could be both objective and subjective, in my
Right.
opinion.
Right.
Um, and I think that there are some things that are universally right or wrong, in my opinion, again.
Right.
Um, and at the end of the day, I think that there are certain things, it goes back to just do the right thing.
Right.
Treating people how you want to be treated,
Mm-hmm.
having respect and love, and just demonstrating kindness, and just being genuinely concerned about other people. It makes a world of difference.
Right. That's true. That's so true. Sharon or Diva, y'all have anything to interject?
Give me an example of what you think. You said you stated that it's going to be true, universally true. Give me an example.
You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You gotta leave here. It's at some
So you
point.
don't believe in reincarnation?
Well, I think that's subjective. I think that if you believe in reincarnation, you believe that something died in order for it to come back,
Okay.
right? So
Right.
that's why I say that it can be subjective.
Objective.
So either or, even if they came back, or if they went to heaven, or if they went to hell, or how if they came back as a tree planted by water.
Okay.
However, they
Okay.
had to die,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
They had to go through that to
Okay.
get here. So I believe that it could be subjective in that fact.
True.
So people have different beliefs as to what happens after death, but they know that you're going to die.
Right. Mm. Sharon, you had anything?
No, thank you.
Okay. Now, Kendall, if you could design a utopian society, what would it be? What would its core principles be?
Okay. I think I probably said this time and time through this conversation. Respect,
Yeah.
big on respect. I think that it would be important to have integrity.
Hmm.
Um, I think it's important to, like, when I think about kindness, like, I think it just makes the world a difference, right?
Right.
So just being kind to other people. Again, going back to treating people how you want to be treated, it goes a long way. And I also would say, you know what? Like, we ain't doing none of that judgmental stuff over here. We're not judging nobody, because ain't nobody perfect. So we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it behind, right? So we're not
Right.
judging. We're not having hypocrites. We're not doing any of that.
Right.
And so I just feel like if we were to demonstrate respect, kindness, just love for human beings, and just not being judgmental, I think that would just be like the ultimate ideal society.
Right. Okay. Now, let me throw something in also. Do you think brains and beauty is intimidating?
Well, um, I think it is. I think it can be. And I think that there are so many different aspects and perspectives to that. I think that beauty, it could be a curse. It could be, like, you want to be taken seriously.
Yeah.
And then there's also a such thing as pretty privilege. Like, you
Yeah.
have people that maybe they excel in certain areas because the way that they look, right?
Right.
Um, but I would take brains any day. over a pretty face, right? Someone that knows how to think for themselves, someone that is a good communicator. And one thing that I feel like is very true, like you can be attractive and not have like the prettiest face, right? Like you can walk into the room and own the room just because you're confident,
Right.
because you can hold a conversation, or you can walk into the room and own any room because you know how to flex to your audience.
Right.
Like you could have a conversation with the CEO and just be fine, or you can go right over here to Rock Island and hang out on the porch and just be fine. I think that is attractive. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I do too. It really is. So, do you think that people who are intimidated by that are people who suffer from low self esteem?
I think some people it is that they probably suffer from low self esteem, and then others it could be just because of expectations set by society.
Yeah.
You know, and especially when we look at social media and
The standard.
all the things and what we have come to idolize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, so it's so many different aspects to that, but I think it could be low self esteem.
Well, Veronica said you definitely have both,
And I agree.
and I concur.
I agree.
Thank y'all. Thank you
I
so
concur. And Sharon, I'm just so taken aback that you're so quiet back there.
Listen, I've tried to interrupt, but you know, hey.
Well, you don't have to interrupt, just interject.
Well, I tried, and the conversation got so interesting. I decided to be a listener. It's okay.
We're gonna have
It's
to pull you out of that. Now, Kendall, my last question for you, and I will stop interrogating you.
okay.
How do you balance personal freedom with social responsibility?
I think that's one of the hardest things to do. Um, and I do think the older that I'm getting, the more I am coming into my own with that. Um, and sometimes I have to just remember that you can't save everybody. It's not your responsibility.
Mhm.
But I want to save everybody, and I feel like, and I don't know if that's like me just overstepping boundaries, or I don't know, but I do struggle with it
Mhm.
from time to time. Like I do try to help any and everybody, and sometimes it gets me in a little trouble. Other times it works out, and the Lord just keep pouring these blessings on me. But that is a constant work in progress for me.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress. Um, but I think that at the end of the day, I have to just be okay with knowing that, hey, like I did what I thought was right.
Right.
And I just live with it. Like I can remember my uncle, the one that I was referencing before, he used to always tell me, you got to learn how to say no.
Hmm.
You just need to learn how to say no. And I have struggled with saying no to people, but I'm learning to say no. And then the other thing that gets me, I kind of start pulling other people into my shenanigans. Like
Mm.
when I'm doing stuff, it's like, okay, David, like, yeah, I done signed you up for this, or like my friend Brenda, I tend to sign her up for a lot of stuff as well. So yeah, so I pull the people in with
Is that safety in numbers?
it is. And sometimes it's just like, hey, like, don't you want to do the right thing?
Yeah.
Like, you need to be doing something.
Oh,
So, and then I just kind of, if you talking about reincarnation, maybe I was a car salesman. Okay. Past lifetime. Because I know how to pump the people up, and
Yeah.
I feel like I can sell water to a fish.
oh wow.
Yeah, like I know how to get the people going and like everybody on board. Like now I'm very encouraging. I can be very encouraging, very supportive, but then I can also be a little bossy and
Mhm.
assertive, and like I'm very self-aware that I think I know everything. And
Yeah.
I think I inherited it from down the line somewhere. And it's been working out for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Right.
worked out.
It works in your favor.
It did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Sharon, you back there. You know I can't leave you alone. I'm sorry,
It's okay.
but you're gonna have to say something. I need to hear your voice.
You gotta say something.
You and Diva.
Okay.
Well, I have enjoyed you totally. I love your spirit from the first moment that she came into the door. I didn't know much, so when I don't know about a person, I sit back and observe. You know, that's what a person's supposed to do without judging, per se. And I don't know what else to say because you've inspired me. So, like, yeah, truly, a person with such um, degrees and stuff. I really am impressed that you really want to stay here. I always ask Veronica, why do you want to stay here? And but there's elevators, all right. It's all right. I just have to find a way to fit in, I guess. I ain't
But,
trying too much though either.
You know,
Mm-mm.
but you know
Eldorado
what?
is a good place. I'm trying to tell you.
That question bothers me though. That question really triggers me when people say that. Like,
Mhm.
why are you here? It triggers me because it's like,
I'm here because I have to be, and that's my
well,
answer.
I'm here because I want to be.
Yeah, I got you.
Because
What
I
you
want to
saying?
be. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to be. And then my thing is, why does it bother you that I'm here? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not absorbing into your space, so why does it bother you that I'm here? Because if what the perception you have of me, we won't be in the same space anyway. So that's just how I look at it.
Right.
But people say that all the time. They tell me, why are you back there? Why did you come back to Hope, Arkansas? Why? And it bothers me when people say that because it's like I'm from here. This is my home. I'm from here. So why would I not come back? Why can I not come back? You know what I'm saying? Because the same thing I was doing somewhere else I can do here. I
Absolutely.
I didn't leave the degrees there. I didn't leave the experience there. It came with me. It's always going. It's mobile. It's going to travel with me wherever I go.
Yeah.
So I think those people need to worry about getting what I got, and then having that question posed to them.
Well, what I would like to say, when I first moved down here, I was like, Miss Sharon, why would anybody want to stay down here? It was just a culture shock. But the older I got, and the more people, if you around good people, I don't think, I mean, I love it here now, but it
Yeah.
took me about 15 years to get used to it. And so, but once you're around good people, I think now I wish I could have raised my son here.
Yeah.
I think he'd have more better opportunity, and I'd have had more support here because the people are so nice. And so, you're always gonna get some bad people, but the good people out do the bad people. So I would have never met Kenzo, my daughter. I would have met you, Anthony. I would have never met
Right.
Sharon. I would have never met Luigi, all the nice people. So, my thing is this: I just want to travel and then come home and then go to
Yeah.
sleep and then travel, go home. Always a place to go home because it's peaceful. And I think the older I got, it was more, peaceful. But at the beginning, it was just like, ugh, these people crazy, they strange. But now when I go back home, they say the same thing about me. So I agree. I love it here.
But you know what? On your behalf, Jan, I can see you feeling like that because you didn't originate from here.
Mhm.
You sort of to speak like as a transplant.
Right.
So you're here, so I can see you having ties to where you come from, and then this being a culture shock for you. So I can see you having that stance. But though for the people who are natives, I find some of the natives to be some of the most bitter people. Sometimes, some of the most bitter people, because some people are mad because they didn't leave and they
Oh,
weren't able to get out for whatever reason that is. They upset, and then when you have and did you come back, they kind of wish that they could have done what you've done. So you know I try to inspire people that you can do anything you want to do,
right.
but stop listening to other people. Stop listening to other people because everybody don't have your best interest at heart. So that's my spiel. Sharon, you have anything you want to close us out with? Or Kenzel, do you have anything you want to close us out with? We do appreciate you taking out the time of your busy schedule to sit with us. I know we're boring people.
No, I'm pretty boring myself. I appreciate the fact that y'all invited me. I don't know if anything that I was able to contribute was worthwhile, but I hope that it was. I would just say at the end of the day, do what makes you happy. Be your authentic self. Live in your truth. Don't hurt nobody. Show love, respect, and kindness to other people. And if we can all do that, we will have a much better world that we are living in. So just do your part and just don't worry about what the people say. They're gonna have something to say whether it's good or bad. Just go on and just say, oh, okay, and just be fine with it.
That's it. That's your utopian. Sharon, you
I
like to?
concur. I concur.
I need more. I need more from you.
I concur. I don't know what else he's wanting from me, darling. But that's all he gonna get today.
Okay, Diva.
I just want to say thank you, Kenzo, for coming. As usual, very positive and motivating. So thank you.
Very much.
She do anything I asked her to do. That's the killing part.
See, when I was talking about learning how to tell people no,
You should have told her
I
no.
have not mastered that. If she call, I'm coming.
Well,
She
I'm-
I am.
1 or 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. She come.
Well, we're glad she had that privilege with you.
I'm grateful.
So-
I see a lot of people on the live here.
Yeah.
I don't have my glasses, so I can't see much. I don't know if much people been saying anything, but we are grateful for you coming on to the show. Hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully we will catch you on our next episode.
Princess K said you the boss lady.
Okay. So I wanted you to read your things down there so you can respond to your people.
Okay. Now y'all know I don't do live and stuff. I don't be doing this, but I appreciate y'all for tuning in and watching. And thank y'all so much. Y'all so kind. Just some kind people out there in the world.
Yeah.
And if you're not kind, she's still gonna say you're kind.
Okay. So as we wrap up tonight's conversation, remember this: change doesn't start in the headlines; it starts in the heart. Every discussion, every voice, every perspective shared here pushes us one step closer to understanding unity and progress. Thank you for tuning in, for engaging, and for being a part of this movement. Stay inspired, stay informed, and most importantly, stay true to who you are. Until next time, let's keep the conversation going in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. This is J.A.Z.S Chronicles signing out, and we'll see you again on Tuesday, October 21st at 7 p.m. Peace, love, same place, same energy. Thanks for watching.
Nice.
Yeah.